What's up, guys? I'm back with another girl talk. It's been a minute, okay? It's been forever. I've been just, just flowing with God. I feel like when I have something to say, I'll get on the camera. And if I don't have anything to say, why waste my time? Why waste your time? And I'm the type of person that likes to speak with intention. And I'm not going to rush nothing. I'm not going to move ahead of God. I'm not going to just put things out just to put things out. But without further ado, let's just get into it. Okay, so this video today is about learning to do things God's way. I've been in quite a season. Doesn't really feel like a long season. I just started it maybe about a couple of weeks ago. And I really just been feeling this pull and this call on my heart from God to really just like go deeper with him and tune into his voice and listen to his voice and follow his ways. And I'm saying this because I've always had a relationship with the Lord. I've always been in some kind of communication with God. But I can honestly say that, it's probably not as deep as I would like it to be. It's not as intentional as I would have liked it to be. And so I went on vacation, hence the hair, and I met God there. Like I just felt very pulled by God to listen to what he had to say and what he was doing within me. I know for me, baby, the type of person I am, I like to do things a certain way. I like things done a certain way. I like to be in control of things. I like for A plus B to equal whatever it's supposed to equal. Like I don't like changes. I don't like things getting in the way. I don't like roadblocks. I like things done a particular way. I like things done my way. I love to be in control. And I have always taken things that I want to God and be like, okay, God, I want this. Or I want to do things like this. And I feel like I wouldn't really sit long enough with God to get clear instruction or clear steps on how to handle this thing or move in a way. I just know I liked the thing or I wanted the thing and I went after it. And not to say that going after it immediately is a bad thing, because I do believe God will tell us to do something urgently. But my problem is I like to get ahead of God, or I do things that are out of order, thinking it's in order, or thinking that, oh, well, because I have the desire, or because I have this inkling or this feeling in my spirit to do a thing, that I just have every grounds and right to do so. And if God hasn't shown me one too many times that doing things my way comes with some kind of like humbling every single time, man. And honestly, nothing recently has even happened that has propelled me in this space. Like I didn't do anything out of order, or at least not nothing in my current awareness. This was just something that God has just like randomly placed upon my spirit. And I really do believe it's because of what I'm about to step into, the things that he's fashioned me for, destined me for, with therapy, with art, with my company that I'm building. I'm going to need God. I can't do what he's calling me to do without him. For example, there is someone that I wanted to communicate with about something, and usually whenever I get that feeling of like wanting to reach out to somebody or accomplishing a thing, I do it immediately. I'm like, I don't even want to waste time. Let me just get her done. But the Lord specifically told me, this was a conversation I think I had with God maybe Wednesday, Thursday. And God said, okay, yeah, you could reach out to this person, but you're going to wait till Saturday to do it. I was like, what? Saturday? It's like, but you know what? I know where you've called me. I know you've called me to really be tuned into your spirit, to what you have to say, and follow suit, to be obedient. Because every time I do things my way, I always end up hurt. I always end up looking stupid. I always end up messing up or failing or doing something that was not in the cards. You know what I'm saying? And so this time around, I was like, you know what? Because I'm trying to do it your way, God. Because what I got going on in my life and what you got for me is beyond me. I will surrender and do things your way. So from that point, whenever I got the okay, up until the point where God told me wait until this day to do so, I went through a process, child. I went through so many different things that God was allowing me to process. And I was so grateful that I waited to do it when God told me to do it. And I still am in this place where I'm waiting on God, because it always shifts. Like, he'll tell me, okay, do it this day or do it like this. And then when I finally surrender to his plan, he does switch up sometimes. He does switch up, like, okay, you know what? I'm going to actually test you even more. And I'm going to want you to do it this day instead. Or I'm going to want you to wait and do it this way instead. Like, I'm just like, okay, Lord. Okay. And in that process, there were so many things that he was showing me about this particular person that I wanted to reach out to. There were certain things that he was revealing to me about this person that had I immediately reached out to this person as soon as I wanted to, I would have instantly regretted it. I would have regretted it. Maybe not instantly, but over time, I'd have been like, dang, I should have waited. Dang, I should have waited. You know what I'm saying? And so then, like, I don't know, just doing things God's way is just, there's a peace. There's a peace. There's a rest when you know that you are moving and operating in God's will, operating in the way that God has called you to, when you're walking in step with the Spirit. Like, there is just this, like, surrender and this peace, knowing that at the end of the day, God got it. Whatever happens with whatever steps I take according to what he's called me to do, it's in his hands. It's above me. And I can rest. I can have peace knowing that I'm doing things the way he's called me to do it. And so for me, I just feel like that has just kind of been a recurring message in my spirit, because the way this world is set up, it urges you to want to do something, or it forces you or makes you feel like you're in a hurry to accomplish something or do something, instead of just resting and waiting on God. Like, I feel like this culture has this, like, rush mentality. Everything got to be done quick. This microwave mentality. Everything got to be done now, or you're missing out. You're gonna get left behind. You're gonna miss on the opportunity. Like, all of these lies that get into your head about making decisions or doing things in a timely fashion. I'm like, I don't have to let the internet or anybody outside of God push me or slow me down, because not only in the pushing and the rushing aspect of culture that's normalized, we also have the being lazy and procrastinating and waiting longer than you should, like when God is like telling you, like, get up, come on. And that's another thing. So I know that I get ahead of God in some areas, but I know that I drag my feet in others. And I've seen how operating in both the getting ahead of God and dragging my feet have held me back in life, have made me miss out on things, have made me experience regret because I was doing things too hastily or not soon enough. And I'm learning that when I walk in step with the Spirit, when I walk at the pace that God has set for me, there's just a rhythm, there's a flow, there's a peace, there's just a knowing that you are handling things the way God wants you to handle things. And I don't know, just a, I don't know what else to say, but a peace. And I just been able to just remind myself that when I do things God's way, there's always a blessing that comes out of it. And not even a blessing just for me, a blessing in whoever it's for. So, like, if I'm supposed to do a certain thing when God says to do it, when I do it at that time, it's not even about how it impacted me. It's about who I impacted that I'm doing this thing for. Like, there's a blessing that comes when, because what if I waited a second too late or did things a little bit too early? I might have missed exactly what God was trying to do. And sometimes God is trying to do something and we're not even aware of what it is that he's trying to do. But that's not my business. That's not up to us to know. It's up to us to just accomplish the mission that he has set before us. Because at the end of the day, we're here to do kingdom work. We're here to do kingdom work. This life is passing away fast, 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 fast. Like, I mean, y'all see how time is flying by exponentially fast. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, it was just January. Like, I just celebrated my birthday in February. We're in July. So anyways, I'm just, you know, I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm in this place where God has kind of like got me. You know, like, I just feel like I'm in like this cocoon right now with the Lord. And I really just want to be with God. And I want to do things his way. Because I know that the things that he's placed on my plate, the things that he has for me in my destiny, it's going to require for me to be in intentional relationship with the Lord and do things his way. Period, point blank, boo. Like, there's no ifs, ands, buts about it. Because this is bigger than me. This is beyond me. All the things is beyond me. It's beyond me. So who am I to sit here and come up with my own plan? The Lord, literally, like, we will sit here and make a plan and God will be like, man, laughable. Laughable. Because, baby, you can make all the plans you want, but I, the Lord, will direct your steps. That's on scripture. I don't know where, so don't ask me, but it's somewhere, so look it up. But for real, like, I'm not gonna waste my energy. Like, yes, there's beauty in planning. There's wisdom in planning. Like, I feel like you should have an idea of what you got going on. But I feel like in that process, you also got to surrender the plans to the Lord too. Like, okay, Lord, this is what I want to do. What do you think? And then really actually hear what he has to say. And I'm screaming at myself. I'm not screaming at you. I'm kind of screaming at you, but I'm really screaming at myself. Because I'll get an idea and I just run. I don't sit with the Lord. Or I get an idea and I get scared, so I just sit on it. And then God will show me in time why I should have did it when he... So, and like, you know, like, everybody has a knowing. Everybody has a knowing when God is telling them to stop, pause, wait. Just wait on me. You know. And then everybody also has the same knowing when God is telling you to, like, do it now. So you have to be in tune with the Spirit. You have to be in tune with God to know when he's speaking to you and in how he is speaking to you. And it doesn't have to be directly, like, you know, like, God speaks to anything, through anything. He could speak through a book. He could speak through a sermon, a friend, a coworker, whoever. Like, but you gotta be in tune with God to hear what he's trying to tell you. And the messages will come multiple times. It'll come multiple times. I'm telling you. That's why this little season I've been in has been so interesting, because I feel like I am meeting God. Like, I feel like I don't know, like, I'm with God. I feel like I'm in closer relationship with him, and I just want to continue this space that I'm in with the Lord. So yeah, for those that may be struggling to figure out how to, you know, really feel this fulfillment or this peace in their life, check your relationship with the Lord. Check your proximity to God. Are you really walking with him? Are you listening to him? Are you seeking him? Are you being still before him? Are you obeying his commands? I feel like a lot of the reasons why we are experiencing depression, stress, and anxiety is because we're trying to do things our own way. We're trying to do things in our own strength. We're trying to do things in our own control. And baby, we don't have control, especially if you know you belong to God. You know you ain't got no control, honey. Like, God is sovereign. He's above all the things. So I've experienced a reduction in stress and anxiety because I've been able to remind myself and rest in the fact that God got it. God got it. God got it. He got it. So why am I going to sit here and stress about it? I've done my part. So I'm going to surrender and let him handle the rest. Period. Lord, there's so much I would love to just continue to say and add on this, but I don't want to drag y'all's ears. But yeah, if you're in a season where you're just like feeling lost, you're feeling kind of directionless or aimless or confused or overwhelmed, stressed, anxious, all the things, Go to God and ask him, what is the last thing you asked me to do? What is the last thing you asked me to do? And how do you want me to do it? How do you want me to go about it? I'm going to challenge that with you. I'm going to challenge that for you to ask yourself that question, answer that question, and then see what comes up for you. Yeah, I don't know. There's just a beauty. There's a sweet piece of beauty in doing things God's way. And I plan to stay in this place for the rest of my life. Like, really. So, that's all I got. I want to continue to share more of my journey of where I'm at and what I'm doing with the Lord, because I really do feel like a shift in my spirit with God. Like, I'm definitely not the CHIAMAKA I was a few months ago, not even a few weeks ago. I feel like going on this trip and being with God has completely changed something inside of me that I'm not even sure what's about to unfold, but I'm here for the ride. So that is all I got for you guys. I hope you guys felt moved and inspired by this message, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Love y'all.